Greetings, dear ones. Sonia from Empowered Sovereign, InnerStanding. This is our power. So, dear ones, in this video, I will be sharing some of I consider spiritual maintenance, spiritual self-care. Yes, as I continue, dear ones, if you are new to my videos, I would appreciate if you continue to watch me, to subscribe, tell your friends all about Empowered Sovereign, dear ones, because everyone who is tuning in to Empowered Sovereign, you are connecting to a deeper part of yourself for the new earth, the new essence, the new path that each of us is embarking on for 2026. And we have been planning for this for many years. Yes, we have. On a soul level, we have. Now, of course, our human selves do not know what we have planned, but we are figuring it out. Yes, we are. And this is the end of the year of 2025, and we have been going through massive transformation. Yes, beautiful ones, be aware of yourself. This is what Empowered Sovereign is, because you are a sovereign being. And it is time for us all to empower ourselves by keying in to our presence, to our power, and for us to implement and to add to our lives the wisdom that is already within us. Yes, we are being activated throughout my videos, and so am I, because this is why I'm doing it. I am connecting with all like minded souls, and even some souls that are not like minded, to help you remember that you are a sovereign being. Yes, dear ones. So I can just say to you that this is my purpose, this is my mission. And I have known this since I was a child. I didn't know the extent, the depth of what is happening. I didn't know all the details, but I did know back then as a child that I was here to help awaken people on the life journey. Yes, because when we do awaken, dear ones, that's when we unleash the true essence that is just waiting to be awakened, to emerge from our inner standing. Yes, dear ones, we are talking about understanding. This is us. This is not none of that social media stuff, okay? And I'm not knocking social media, but it is time for humanity to do the inner work, which is understanding ourselves. So we don't have to fall into a victim mentality, right? I've been there, done that. So we don't have to fall into addictive patterns. I've been there, done that. We don't have to fall for anything. Did you hear what I just said? We don't have to fall for anything, because we have the choice. We have the power, because we are the power. Okay, dear ones, listen to the words that I am saying, because in this understanding, I'm helping all of us. This includes myself. Yeah, I'm a part of the whole, dear ones. I'm a part of this life journey of helping others, because when I help others, dear ones, I'm helping myself. Okay, it is giving and receiving. And as a matter of fact, take notes for this. Everything, all of my videos, dear ones, take notes because it is simple things, okay? It is so simple that even myself at times, it can go over our heads, okay? So, giving and receiving, write that down. Remember that we have laws of this universe. Yes, we do. So, when we fall into these laws, meaning when we align to these laws of the universe, this is what helps us to align. This is what helps us to manifest. This is what helps us to see, to do that inner standing that I am speaking about, because we forget. Okay, write that down too. We forget, and we cannot forget ourselves on the journey. That is the whole issue. Write it down. So, we are learning to be good listeners. We are really learning that because it is the words that we hear from people. When you tune in to what is being said to you, you can decipher if it's true, if it's nonsense. Okay? So write that down as well. We are becoming better listeners. Because when we do become better listeners, dear ones, we are becoming more attuned to our own inner guidance that is always speaking to us. Okay? Our inner guidance is always speaking to us. But because we encompass the whole, write that down as well. We encompass the whole. What do I mean by that for the new people who may be watching this video? I mean from A to Z, from Z to A. Every expression, every emotion, the light, the dark, the gray spaces, and the in between spaces of the gray spaces. We are all of that. Now, what I just said, I know it went over some people's head because we are not accustomed to hearing this type of conversation, this language. Yeah, we're not. We are accustomed as a collective, when I say we, because I speak universally, I speak in a universal form of communication. Yes, because I have been shown us in sacred geometry. I have been shown this universe. I have been shown us on a universal perspective. And I was shown our heartbeat. Yes, the heartbeat of the entire universe. Yes, I was shown that. It was very profound. So when you see something like that, dear ones, this is why I speak on a universal perspective, because I am attuned to the universe, the universal concepts, knowing that it's humanity. It has always been humanity. There's no separation, okay? This is when we separate, dear ones, we have created the separation to just further confuse us. Okay, just here to just point that out as well. But I am here to shut down that confusion. No more confusion. Okay, so we are good listeners. We naturally give, and when we give, the universe gives back to us so we can receive. So it's a give and receive. And wait, when I say it's give and receive, so this is attached, or it can align with cause and effect. Whatever you cause, you will feel the effect of that. Yes, you will. This is a natural way that we operate, that we experience, and that we take certain steps in our lives. This is the natural way. All right. So write all that down as well. I said good listener, right? We have to be good listeners. And right now, we are understanding our power, knowing that nobody, and I mean nobody, has power over you. Okay? So let me clear this up. I want to give a little scenario about when I say nobody has power over you. Like, never. Now, the only way a person has power over you is if you allow a person to have power over you. If you give your power freely to other people. Yes, and I know about that because I've done it my entire life unconsciously. Write that down too, because we do a lot of things unconsciously. But the beauty in that experience of being unconscious is that we get the opportunity to learn. Yeah, we do. We get the opportunity to learn from that experience. And I'm here to tell you that if you do not learn from all of your unconscious experiences, guess what's going to happen? It's going to circle back to you so you can learn it. Because Earth, yes, write this down, Earth is the master class. Okay? We are in a master class mastering ourselves. Yes, beautiful ones. And you are beautiful. Okay? So every word that I say, listen to the words that I am saying. Because the words that I am saying, I am connecting with your soul. I am connecting with that higher aspect, which some of us call it your higher self. It's that God essence, the vastness that knows before you know, but it is connected to you because it is you. Okay. So if I just confuse some of the new people, because let's face it, we are not as a collective accustomed to hearing this type of conversation, because this conversation is all about awareness. Yeah, everything here is about awareness, helping us to stay in our natural state, which is a high vibrational essence that is the power. Yes, the power. So, what did I say? Nobody has power over you unless you give it to them. So, are you giving your power away? Okay. So, if you're at a job and your boss or team leader tells you to do something that you don't like to do, I mean, really, it was when I say something that you don't like to do, I'm speaking of something that's going against your morals and principles. So, what are you going to do in that scenario? What are you going to do? You always have the choice. You really do. You can make the choice to stand firm in your morals and principles, or you can allow that team leader or boss to tell you to do something that you totally with your morals do not align with. So I'm not going to tell you what to do because you have the choice. Okay? Remember that. We always have the choice. Because when we do, and I'm going to tell you a little secret here, and you know what? It is a secret because I am picking up on the collective, and of course, I'm a part of the collective, and the collective does not know this. Yeah, the collective does not know this. Now, when I say the collective is, there are many portions of the collective. So, of course, there can be a select few that do understand. Okay, that's always the case. Okay, but I'm speaking majority. The majority of the collective does not think it has a choice. The majority thinks that it has to do what it is told to do. Okay, so let's get that straight. And I'm going to flip it for you so you can understand where all of us from the collective, we don't even realize our power. And I have spoken about this on a couple of videos, is that we go to jobs that we really don't like, right? And we go to these jobs because what? The main reason that the collective goes to the job is because they got to pay their bills. But look, let's take it a step further, dear ones. You don't realize that you, Jane, Bob, Mark, Peter, Susan, the whole gang, everyone has their own power, their energy. Remember that word energy, because that's what we are innately. That's our true essence. So just think all those names that I just listed or just announced, and some, just think if all of you did not go to work, if you all did not go to work, then wherever you work would not meet their quota, would not meet their deadline, would not be able to perform any of the services or the production of whatever that job is, right? Because the employees are the ones who make that job flourish, makes the job look good. It is the employees that are the foundation of that job. So if you didn't show up, okay, which I know a lot of people will show up because they're stuck in that mentality of, I got to pay my bills, which, yeah, you do got to pay your bills. But what I'm saying is that your energy, your power is so necessary, okay, that the employers, they know that. They know that you are the ones who make the company shine. So if you didn't go to that job, guess what would happen? And I'm speaking like if you didn't go and they couldn't find anybody else, then guess what? That job would crumble, right? That job will probably have to close its doors because the foundation was broken. Did you hear what I just said? So you are the foundation. Your energy is so powerful, but we don't look at that. We don't take stock in the fact that my energy is what I bring to the table and is what makes a company thrive. Yeah. So in numbers, you know, if everyone, like I just said, didn't show up, that and didn't show up day after day after day, and they could not get anybody, then that company would crumble. Okay. So I'm just showing you your power. So instead of you saying, oh, I got to go to work because I need to pay my bills. No, that job needs you because you are that power. You are that energy. You make that job thrive. You and many others. And because of that, when you can key in that you are this foundation, you are this power, then you can then change the trajectory of your life by going to a job that you really do like. You see what I'm saying? Instead of spending your time, your energy on professions that you really don't like. So it's like you're wasting your energy and your time because you're doing something you don't like. So we don't want to do that. We want to align to professions that we do like. Because when we do, guess what? You shine, you make that company shine. And when you really can key into your power, guess what? You can start your own company. How you like that? Okay. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it is possible. All right. So we are just flipping the script on that scenario because what did I say? The collective thinks that, oh, it needs the job. No, the job needs you. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm letting you know is the job needs you. That's what it is. So remember that, write that down. The job needs you. Because if you didn't show up and many others didn't show up, then that place would not be existing because the foundation is no longer solid. All right. So write that down. Know your worth, know your power, know your energy. We don't want to give our energy to establishments that we don't align to. No, we are not doing that anymore in 2025, this ending of 2025. Yes, we are shutting the door to that mentality. Yes, we are. So write that down. Know your power. And for homework, you can write down if you have a goal that you are seeking right now, knowing that you are the power, okay? Then write it down. Yes, write it down because guess what? This is our inner standing of ourselves because we are energetic essences and we hold the power, especially when you know that you are the power. You really do hold that power. So, this is a part of the spiritual self care, spiritual maintenance, knowing who you are, knowing that you bring a certain energy to the table by knowing who you are, standing your ground. Okay. And I don't mean fussing with people. I don't mean arguing with people. I don't mean disagreeing with people. I don't mean none of that. I just mean just being who you are every day, showing up. Yes. Do you show up at the job every day? Do you? Because if you don't show up at your job every day, you need to question that. Why aren't you showing up? Because if you're not showing up, something's going on. Something needs to change. Something needs to be examined or looked at thoroughly. Yeah, because this life journey, we are supposed to be living life to the fullest. Yes, living life, not just existing, not just as foremost, and I have done this as well, shrinking, right? Trying to hide Yeah, trying to not be seen. Yeah, yeah, we do a lot of that, but not in this video. In this video, we know our power. And I'm going to end the video by saying, if the newcomers or any new people watching the video, for you to pause, as always, to breathe, spend at least 5 minutes with yourself. Yes. And pause. We're going to do a mini meditation. And then close your eyes. Because when you close your eyes, you are consciously bringing your focus inward. Okay, this is what it is all about, is the inner standing. So when you do that, just automatically you feel a sense of peace. Yes, you feel a sense of stillness and calm. And then you just breathe normal and focus on your breath. Just focus on your breath. That's it. Now, for people who are new at quieting their mind, new at meditating, if you get many thoughts, and you will get many thoughts, I'm just here to tell you, let those thoughts just run free from your mind and continue to bring your focus back to your breath. So just focus on you, the inhale and the exhale. Just focus on the breath. That is it. And see if you can do that for 5 minutes. If you can do that for 5 minutes, then guess what? You're on your way. Yes, you are on your way to creating a foundation, your foundation that is strong. Yes, dear ones, this is what I'm talking about. All my videos is all about this, because these simple practices that actually become you is what helps for you to become a stronger foundation, to know your power at all times, and it will make it easier for you to walk a new path that is aligned to who you are. Because most of us, a majority of us, do not know who we are. Yeah, that's the real deal. So, dear ones, I hope you found some insight in this video. Um, what can I say? This is my life's work. I'm here to help empower you. I'm here to help you see yourself. And if you feel lost, you feel confused, you feel anxious, I will always place a link. You can contact me, because this is what I do. I reach out to people to help with the inner essence of what we are. Yes, because it has gone on far too long that humanity continues to forget itself. And then what happens? Humanity falls into dis-ease, disarray, confusion, addiction. What else? The byproducts of this life experience, which is shame, doubt, blame, victimhood, all those things. Yes, dear ones, we do. We fall into it. But I'm here to reassure you that you, just as easily as you fell in, you can easily fall out and rise back to your power. Yes. All right, beautiful ones. Sonya from Empowered Sovereign. Remember who you are, see yourself, feel yourself, and log on to my website. Yes, log on to my website if you want to dive deep. I have a foundation one, which is all about meditation. Yes, if you have to dedicate yourself. It's very simple. I mean, I say it's simple, but guess what? It really isn't simple for a lot of people if you're new. But again, if you dedicate yourself, then you're on your way. And then I have a foundation two essential, which teaches us all about our chakras, okay, our energetic system, about the planets, how everything is interconnected, and it just helps to expand your mind, your perception. It helps to align you with you, that universal aspect that knows all things. Yes, dear one. So I have many tools and resources. And I also have my true radiance is divine that will most certainly help you with the understanding, because I'm helping you just to align to those psychic abilities, which I like to say your natural innate abilities. Yes, I help you to align to the naturalness of who you are, seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing, tasting, smelling, all of that. That's our senses, dear ones, because we are. I call us so many things. We're an antenna. We are technology. We are a compass. We are all of it. We're the universe. So when you know that, then you can navigate this life journey at a higher degree, at a higher vibration, because you know who you are. And this is what it's all about. And you can also join my free community where I have meditations and transmissions just to help us stay in that high vibrational state. Yes. No longer do we fall victim to these things in the world. Yeah, it's time for us to rise, and that's what we're doing. All right, beautiful ones, take care. May love, may light, and may my infinite love surround you throughout infinity. Take care.